What's up, Dog Pound? Coming at you with that hot content straight from the heart of Cleveland for the most passionate fans in the NFL. Today, we're diving headfirst into a piece of news that's shaking our pride, our soul, and our defense. The injury to our beast, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who's officially out for the entire 2025 season. So grab a cold one, kick back in the recliner, and let's talk about what this means for the team, the locker room vibe, and what we, the Dog Pound, can expect moving forward. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, straight talk. Folks, this one's hitting every Browns fan right in the chest. Our linebacker, the dude who brings straight fire to the field, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, is out for the 2025 season. Yeah, I know, it feels like a punch to the gut. He suffered a serious neck injury at the end of last season, and the latest updates? They're not looking great. He's facing a long road to recovery, and the big question now is, will he even be able to come back in 2026? Or worse, could this be a career-altering injury? Y'all know how it is, Browns family. We've been through it all. Injuries, rough seasons, that 3 to 14 we try not to talk about. But losing Jock? That's like taking a 300-pound tackle right to the chest. So let's break down what happened, what this means for the team, and how we're going to ride through this storm together. But first, for the folks new to the Dog Pound, or those who just need a reminder of why Jock is such a big deal, let me give y'all a quick recap. Drafted in the second round back in 2021 out of Notre Dame, Jeremiah came in with a resume that had us hyped from day one. Butkus Award winner, ACC Defensive Player of the Year, unanimous All-American. Basically, he showed up in Cleveland ready to hunt. Quarterbacks, running backs, whoever had the ball, he was coming for them, and it wasn't just hype. In 4 seasons, Jock put up elite numbers: 308 tackles, 8 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 3 picks, and 17 passes defended across 49 games. Dude's like a heat-seeking missile out there. Fast, physical, and smart. He's the kind of player that makes the crowd jump out of their seats yelling, "Let's go, Jock," every time he lays the wood. Now with him out, our defense is feeling that void. Big time. So tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Jock moment? That insane tackle? That clutch INT that turned the game? Drop it down below. We gotta keep his spirit alive while he heals up. Now here's the tough part. End of October 2024, playing the Ravens, Jock went in for a tackle and it went bad. It was a nasty collision, led with his head and shoulder, and he ended up with a neck injury that had everybody in Cleveland holding their breath. He left the field on a stretcher and was rushed to the hospital. The initial word was he had movement in his limbs, thank God, but the severity of the injury needed more evaluation. Since then, the updates haven't been what we were hoping for. He was placed on IR for at least 4 games, but insiders now say he won't be back for 2025 at all. And worse, no one really knows if he'll ever return at full strength. Before he can even think about stepping on the field again, he's going to have to go through a ton of testing. And yeah, that word career is starting to creep into the convo, and not in a good way. I know, Dog Pound, it's a hard pill to swallow. But listen, Jock's health comes first. We want to see him flying around and wrecking games again, but most importantly, we want him to live a healthy, full life. So drop your support for Jock in the comments. Send him all that good energy. He's one of us, family. Now let's talk football. Losing Jockey isn't just losing a player, it's losing a leader, a tone setter for our D. Our defense already had to battle through injuries to guys like Myles Garrett and Dawan Jones in 2024, and now there's this huge hole in the middle. Jock was the guy who covered sideline to sideline, plugged up the run, and blitzed like a beast. Without him, this defense is going to have to reinvent itself. But Browns Nation, we know our team's got grit. Coach Kevin Stefanski and defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz are going to have to work with what we've got. So who's going to step up and fill that hole? Well, the Browns have already taken a step toward the future. In the 2025 NFL Draft, with the first pick of the second round, we brought in linebacker Carson Schlesinger out of UCLA. The kid's got promise, the size, the instincts, maybe even the leadership. But is he ready to carry the weight Jock was holding down? That's something only training camp and preseason can answer. In the meantime, guys like Jordan Hicks and Devin Bush are going to have to step up big time. Hicks is a solid vet, but he doesn't bring that same explosiveness as Jock. Bush has had flashes, sure, but he's got to show consistency now. So Dog Pound, who do you think can carry the load on defense? Drop your take in the comments. We want to know who you're backing to lead this unit. Speaking of the draft, picking Schlesinger shows GM Andrew Berry is thinking long-term. We all know the Browns needed help in other areas, like wide receiver, which has been screaming for help for a while, but going after a linebacker shows just how much Jock's injury shook the front office. They knew they couldn't roll. into 2025 relying on one guy, no matter how much of a beast he is. Now I know what you're thinking, Browns Nation. Why not a wide receiver? We need someone to help our QB. And I hear you, our offense definitely needs more weapons, especially with the QB battle heating up between Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett. But bolstering the defense with a talent like Schlesinger shows the Browns are committed to that hard-hitting identity. That's Cleveland football, right? We're the dog pound. We fight, we grind, we bring the heat. So tell me, do you think Schlesinger's going to come in and make a statement, or is he going to need some time to adjust? And how do y'all feel about focusing on defense in the draft? Drop your thoughts. We love a good debate around here. Let's be real, Browns Nation. 2024 was a nightmare. We went 3-14, injuries all over the place, and an offense that looked completely lost out there. We expected more, especially after that 11-6 run in 2023. But 2025 is a new shot, and despite the gut punch of losing Jock, we're coming in with hope. The schedule ain't easy. We're opening against powerhouses like the Chiefs, Ravens, and Steelers, but the dog pound never quits. Without Jock, this defense needs leadership. Myles Garrett, our pass rush monster, is holding it down even while dealing with foot injuries that might need surgery down the road. He's the heart of this defense, and we know he's going to leave it all on the field. But we need guys like Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit to step up too. The secondary is going to be tested, and without Joe Key covering the middle, safeties and corners need to close those gaps fast. And the offense? Man, that QB battle is on fire. Shedeur Sanders, our rookie from the 2025 draft, is showing flashes, even though he slipped to the 5th round due to some concerns. He's battling it out with fellow rookie Dylan Gabriel, plus veteran Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. Who's going to be the guy? I want to hear your picks in the comments. Who's your QB1 for 2025, and why? Now let me get real for a second. Being a Browns fan ain't for the faint of heart. We've been through it all. Rebuilds, trades, injuries, heartbreak seasons. But what keeps us going? This passion, this energy, this unity. The Dog Pound is more than just a fan base. We're a family. And right now, more than ever, we need to send our love to Jock. He's one of us, a guy who gives everything on the field and reps Cleveland with pride. So how about we start something? Drop the hashtag #GetWellJock in the comments, on socials, wherever you can. Let's show our linebacker that the Dog Pound has his back, in sickness and in health, like a true family does. And of course, let's rally behind this team for 2025. No matter how tough the road is, we'll be there, barking, cheering, and bringing the noise at Huntington Bank Stadium. Look, Browns Nation, 2025 is going to be a trial by fire. Without Jock, the defense has to evolve. The offense needs to find its rhythm. And Stefanski's got to prove why he's one of the top coaches in the league. But I believe in this team. We've got the talent. We've got the fight. And most of all, we've got you, the best fans in the NFL. While Jock recovers, we'll be rooting for him. And for this squad. And who knows, maybe Schlesinger steps up and shocks everybody. Maybe Sanders becomes that franchise QB we've been dreaming about. Maybe Garrett carries this D all the way to the postseason. What matters is we never give up. Cleveland versus the world, always. So Browns Nation, tell me, how are you feeling about all this? What are your hopes for 2025? And who's your pick to lead this defense without Jock? Drop it all in the comments. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's ride Dog Pound till next time. Go Browns!